Welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a video on how to make your own online business. And thank you to the person who requested this on my last crochet video, and welcome to my new subscribers who I'm guessing are really into crochet. So I'm going to try to make more crochet videos. And I made a list of things that I want to remember while I talk about this because my mind's kind of scrambled. So first you want to figure out your what, your how, and your why. So the what is what's your idea. For me, I started a crochet business. So my business is about selling the things I crochet, and hopefully in the future, maybe like patterns that I make. And then second is how you will execute it. So for me, I use a website, and I also have it on Etsy, well, at least one of my listings. So you can have it on multiple platforms, or you can just have like one sole platform that you focus on. And then third is what's your goal. So is it to make profit? Is it to make it into a bigger business and make it your livelihood? Or is it just a hobby business? So for me, it's kind of just a hobby because I only started crocheting back in April. So it's not like it's my life passion. It's just what I'm really into right now. Now, once you have your plan, you need to put it into action. First, you have to choose a platform. So personally, I use Squarespace e-commerce, I think it is, like the business Squarespace website. But there's also Shopify, which is a great option. I actually kind of wish I used Shopify instead, just because it's solely for like small businesses rather than Squarespace, which kind of caters to like all aspects of websites instead of just like an e-commerce store. There's also Etsy, which is super popular if you're gonna sell handmade products, and then Depop, which is kind of more like thrifting, like that kind of thing. And next is a price. How much are you gonna sell it for? For me, it's still tricky because I've only been doing this for like a couple months, so I don't really know exactly, but you have to experiment with this and see what people are willing to pay. But also you have to consider that your time is also very valuable. So try to calculate, if you're selling one product, calculate how long it takes you to make that. And from there, figure out how much you want to pay yourself per hour. So if you're making it while you're doing another task, maybe it's not full minimum wage, maybe you charge yourself a little less. And on top of that, add how much the material costs. And if you're spending money on a website or anything else, like advertisements or labels or anything like packaging, also add like a little fee on top of that. And then that will be like your final price. Then if you're selling physical items, you want to think about shipping. Shipping is kind of tricky just because, at least for the platform I use, it's kind of a flat rate and you can't really determine or like know what they're gonna buy, right? So if they're buying something super heavy, but you're charging them shipping for something that's super light, that could be a problem because the money comes out of your pocket. So it's good to find like a good medium. I think for Squarespace you can add an additional fee if they buy another item, but it's also kind of just a ballpark price. So for some you gain some money and for some you lose some money, so hopefully there's a balance and you're not always losing money from shipping. The way I get the cheapest price is I use Chit Chats, which is a Canadian shipping company. And basically it's a third-party carrier to Canada Post, so you'll get discounted rates off of Canada Post, so it's cheaper than just buying from Canada Post, if you know what I mean. And I'll link it down below so you can read more about it. And it's perfect for small businesses, and there's locations across Canada, and if you don't live near a location, you can also ship it to one. So that's also something you need to take into account. If your shipping prices are good, then people are more willing to buy it. For example, if your product is $5 but shipping costs like $10, for me at least, it doesn't really seem worth it to buy the item, just especially if it's handmade. For me, I would just make it myself. So that's kind of like the business side of things, and I could go more into like SEO, analytics, advertisements, marketing, that kind of thing in another video if you want it. Give this video a thumbs up if you want a video on that and comment down below. And now I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on how to start advertising your business before you start it. So try to start advertising a month before, or at least a month before. This is kind of the mistake I made. I started like a week before, and I started Instagram, which I think is a pretty good way to advertise your small business. There's so many small businesses on Instagram, it's crazy. Like, I never knew until I started one. But yeah, that's a really good way. And try to get your products on as many platforms as possible. So I have mine on Etsy, Depop, Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, and my website. And try to expand from there. And it's really hard to keep up on all those platforms, but I know some of them are connected, so you can kind of just like post something on Instagram and have it on Facebook and Pinterest. Also, if you're using a website, you want it to look somewhat professional, right? Not just like you did it all by yourself, although that has a certain charm to it. I tried to develop my logo and developed a color scheme, so mine is like light blue with like black, grays, like that, more like toned down colors. Oh, and I also have like on my Instagram, I have like oranges, greens, all that. And before you start, you want to make sure to spread the word that you're opening a business. So tell all your friends, and hopefully they'll support you if they're good friends. And try to create a community on whatever platform you're going to focus on. So I'm focusing on Instagram. And whatever you do, be consistent. And before each drop of a collection, you want to create hype about it. For me, I've been kind of bad at that because just crocheting takes so long and I have so many ideas I want to do, and I just can't complete them all. So I try to make a deadline. I'm like, I'm gonna drop this collection this day, and I'm gonna try to have it done at least a week before so I can kind of announce it. So that's kind of like the basics of how I started my business. Once you start it, you're gonna learn so much more, and you're gonna make mistakes and you're gonna think, oh, I wish I did this instead of this, but that's all part of the process, and this is why I really like it. It's like a really fun side hobby for me, and I encourage you, if you want to open up your own small business, just do it. If you don't want to spend that much money, just like open it on Instagram. It's completely free. And if you want to connect with me on my small business, you can follow my Instagram at Live by Alli, and we can become friends. And see you in my next video, which is going to be also crochet related, but I think I also want to do some like music, singing things, because I'm going to release something kind of soon, so but thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye!